It is spooking time. I'm glad you're here to join me. I have something fantastic to show you. Please don't be afraid. It's a friendly little place here where we do crafts and faux baking. So come along as I show you what I've been up to in my absence over the last few months. Hey friends, I am participating in an open playlist. It's called Halloween Palooza, and it is hosted by none other than Annie from Crafting with Indie Annie Jones. She's got some fabulous things on her channel, so go over and check them out. I have put her channel in my description box. So today my craft is I'm going to take these mugs that look like Rae Dunn inspired, and I'm going to go ahead and make them over and make a couple of cute Halloween mugs for my display. So in order to do this, I'm going to take a toilet paper roll, and I just cut out a piece of foam board the same width as the top of my mug, so then I can put that in there and I don't have to use as much clay. So here I am just simply hot gluing the bottom part of the toilet paper roll, and then I'm just going to put a bead of hot glue on the top, and you want to let it just a second or so before putting the foam board on, because you know it's foam, hot glue, hence it may melt. I am using a low temp glue gun, although when it burns it feels like a high temperature. But anyways, that's it. We're gonna get those cups done, and let's start with spooky mug number 1. So I'm gonna take this orange air dry foam clay. I get that from Glitz and Glue, and I use that green, and how I made the green was a little bit of blue and a little bit of yellow, and I got that green, and it's just here and there, you just keep mixing until you get the right color that you want. So now I am going to go ahead and make what we call in crafting world worms out of the clay, and this is a little challenging because the longer you roll, the more distorted it becomes, and now it's exposed to the air, so it does start to crack. So you have to be pretty quick at this, which I am not. I've sped up this portion so that you wouldn't be bored to death. But I took 2 pieces. I took the orange and the green, and now I'm going to combine them, twist them up. And when you start doing that, you are going to start seeing some cracks in your clay. So again, you just have to work fast. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some tacky glue, or what is this, just Elmer's glue, clear. The clear doesn't leave a milky residue. So now I'm just swirling that on the top, and I wanted to use the 2 colors because I thought it was perfect for our Halloween mugs. And once I get that on there, now I want to go ahead and put the glue over that, and this will 2 things. It will stop the cracking, and then it will act as an adhesive, meaning you can add some embellishments and it will stick to it. So I'm making sure that I get the glue all in the crevices, all around the edges, because you don't want your clay to separate. It tends to puffen up as it dries, and it could pull away from the edge of the cup if you don't seal it properly. So that's what I've done here, and now I'm using the sprinkle mix. I believe I got it from it's either AliExpress or Temu, I can't remember, but I love the colors in it, really Halloween-y colors. Halloween-y? Okay, we'll go with that. And now I'm taking this black glitter that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just putting little sprinkles of the black just to help out with bringing the color from the mug in. And now I'm taking this purple glitter I got from Glitz and Glue, and I'm adding that, and it's not very much. And then I took this witch that I got from Temu, and I added a toothpick to the bottom, hot glued it, and then I just stuck it inside, and there you go. There's mug number 1. All right, so spooky mug number 2. This one was an epic fail, but I figured out how to fix it. So I'm just taking this old clay. It's old because it dried out. It's a little moist in the middle, but it's really useless. I was going to throw it in the trash, but why not use it as a filler? So I just put a little bit of that, what is that called? Super glue, and I put that on there, and now I'm going to go ahead and put my glue and kind of do the same thing I did in the previous mug. Well, however, I left my clay setting out way too long, which is a big no-no. If you're not going to be using it right away, you need to cover it with like saran wrap to keep the moisture or the air out of it, because it's called air foam dry clay, and it hits the air and it wants to dry, right? So here I am trying to combine the two. I am insistent that I am going to do this, and it makes a really big mess. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna keep trying to persevere, and I'm gonna spritz it with water and everything will be fine. Well, it is not fine, because at some point when this clay gets like a crust on it, it does not want to cooperate whatsoever, and you can see that it is cracking big time. It's tearing. It is not a pretty sight whatsoever. But again, I am not going to waste this. I'm going to figure it out. So as I'm looking, I'm going, that looks horrible, terrible. No, I can't stand it. So I rip it off. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did. I ripped it off, and now I've got glue all over my hands. It was hilarious, really, you guys. If I was doing a live, I would have been cracking up. I had glue all over my hands, and you cannot touch clay with glue. It just sticks. So here I am trying to put this on, and I almost deleted this footage, but then I was like, no, I want people to see, like, you can turn something ugly into something, well, uglier. But it's Halloween, right? So we don't mind having ugly. So I'm persevering here. So now I'm going to take another piece of just plain orange, and I'm following the contour, which is ridiculously crazy, and it just doesn't look right whatsoever. But I'm going for it. And as you can see, I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck is this going to be. And it dawns on me as I'm doing this part, I'm making ridges with this little tool that I have. Now, mind you, I put a little bit of oil on it. Otherwise, the clay, it would stick to the clay. So by putting the oil on it, I'm able to use it to manipulate the clay even further. And as I was looking at it, I noticed a monster come. I see a monster there. So I said, you know what? Let's do a monster cup. Well, not just any old monster. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm moving it around a little bit, but I see it right away. And I think, oh, this is going to be perfect. So now here I am. I'm going to go ahead and coat my clay with the glue, because as I told you earlier, we need to keep it from cracking even more than it is. And then it acts as a sealer, keeps it from cracking, and then it's going to allow me to add my embellishment. So you got to get the glue all in the little crevices, up on the little curly Q at the top. So I'm doing that there. And this is when I say, okay, let's go ahead and move forward with something really funny. And I don't know if you can see it here, but I've found these little eyes. And I'm putting the eyes because I see a monster emerge from the disaster earlier, right? So now, can you see it? You see the lips? It was so funny when I saw it. I don't know if it's my imagination or it was very apparent, but so now I'm taking my paintbrush and I'm just, making the lips more pronounced, giving it some texture because I want it to stand out, and it kind of looks like a frog to me. So I thought, let's make it a creepy frog. And so here we are at this point. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some embellishments around the rim, where the monster would be coming out of the cup, and I just did that just to give it some color. I hope you guys like what I did here. I mean, I could have threw the whole thing away, but I didn't want to waste my clay because clay is expensive. So I had to, like, what do they say? When you're given lemons, make lemonade. Well, I was given, I made a mess with my clay, and I, made a monster out of it. So after I put the sprinkles around the bottom, then I'm just going to just add a little bit of dimension with some glitter. And I'm hoping I get to that point, and yes, here I go. So I have a little bit of that black glitter. Try not to put too much on, but I do want, again, I want some different tones in it. And then I'm going to use that same purple that I used on the previous mug and do the same thing. And then off camera, I did put some black in the mouth so that the mouth stood out even more. And here it is. What do you guys think? It looks pretty cool, I thought. So here is my Halloween display, because in the Halloween Palooza, we're supposed to show you not just a craft, but what we love. And I love to decorate for Halloween. And this is just one little display that I have in my house, one little corner. And I wanted to share it with you, and I hope that you like it. And there is many things that I have not purchased. I have purchased things, but I have made. I made those little ghosts, and I have other videos on how I made these different items. And I just thought it would be nice to put them all together so you can see. You like my little fingers I made? Those were cute, just out of excess clay that I had laying around. Painted the fingernails black. No, didn't have long fingernails, so I had that witch was biting her nails. And then there's my Halloween cookies, and what is that? My cauldron. And then I made a couple of Halloween cakes in the black and the pink, and I just wanted to put that in display to show you all these little things that I have created. Now, I did buy the pumpkin. There's certain things that I purchased, but I try to make as many things as possible in this post so that you can see that you don't have to spend a lot of money on decorating. You can make a lot of things, and I make a lot with clay, and clay does go pretty far depending on how do you use it. So thank you so much for stopping by, you guys. I know I've been away for a while, but I'm going to be posting a lot more in the future. I'm going to try to do 1 to 2 videos a week. So I hope you come back and see my other videos I've been working on, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you go back and check out some of my previous videos. Like I said, the cake and the cauldron I did in a previous video. And that is my Halloween house I did last year, and I just wanted to show it off because I just love it. So again, thanks for stopping by. If you're not already subscribing, please consider. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here, holding on. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I really, really appreciate you guys still staying strong and supporting me and what I do. And I have lots more videos coming up. I'm focusing more on Halloween, and then I'll go right into Christmas and I'm super excited because I have so many Christmas ideas. So stay safe. You guys keep crafting and come back and see me next week. Bye-bye.